Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate. A safe space in which we be awesome, where we're currently on the hunt for the IBM 5100, which was a 1970s computer. You know. If there's evidence someone dragged something heavy away. That wasn't there at the end of the month cleaning, and the lock wasn't broken when I checked last month. Never expected a thief would break in. Then shouldn't we report it to the police? While they discuss what to do, I sigh and consider the situation. This isn't gonna work. The IBM 5100 is still out of reach. There are 2 D-mails left to cancel. Something tells me that if I cancel just one more, I can get the IBM 5100 back. But which one? Okabe-san. I don't really understand, but please don't be sad. Just go. It matters not, like you always do. I chuckle. Lukiko is so adorable when he's trying to cheer me up. But he's a guy. That's irrelevant. He's so adorable when he's trying to cheer me up. You know, the adorable part is the part I care about, not the cheering me up part. Screw that. Using that phrase wrong, you know it. I wave goodbye and leave the shrine. This just ain't my day. 2 D-mails remain. First, the one I sent myself with the winning lotto 6 numbers. That one should be easy to cancel. The problem is the other one, the one sent by someone I wish I could forget. Kiryu Moeka. I know the gist of her D-mail since she sent it as part of our early experiments. When Moeka asked to send a D-mail, I agreed under 2 conditions. First, make the content simple enough that the D-mail's effects would be obvious. This is a condition for everyone. Second, make the contents public to all lab members. Moeka ended up sending a D-mail to prevent herself from buying a new phone a few days prior. The D-mail was sent to July 31st, an easy date to remember. The question is how it relates to the theft of the IBM 5100. It must be the butterfly effect, as it was with Lukiko's D-mail. This time, however, I will not hesitate to do what is necessary. Kiryu Moeka does not deserve my sympathy. That woman and her men have killed Mayuri more times than I can bear to remember. I will show her no mercy. There's just one problem. The cancellation D-mail needs to be sent from Moeka's own phone. I don't think a message from me telling her not to change phones would sway Moeka's intentions in the slightest. I need her phone, but I don't know where to find her. What do I do? Return to the lab and set things up so I can time leap at a moment's notice. Fortunately, that isn't necessary. Phew, I'm stuffed. I barely ate today, so I was hungry. Is there more tomorrow? Yeah, and the day after, too. Mary just got back from Kamima 30 minutes ago. She and Karasu, who stayed behind at the lab, have just finished eating cup noodles. It's already past 8, and so far nothing has happened. Mary's still alive. Going by the pattern, her death has probably been postponed until about this time tomorrow. Though, I presume it'll be like 3 days from now, because that's... we're changing it enough. Yeah. Is this the will of some higher being? God? Fate? The universe itself? Or is it merely coincidence? It doesn't matter now. If it were coincidence, like, you've gone back like 3-4 times now. And each time it's been delayed 1 single day every single time. So it's not coincidence, because at no point did it go, like, back or something. That doesn't matter now. Okie dokie, Mayushi's got an early day tomorrow, so I'm going home. Mary takes a big stretch and starts getting ready to go home. She's been up since 5 this morning. Looks like she plans to wake up early tomorrow, too. That reminds me, I haven't seen Darrow at all. He's fighting in the Kamima Holy War, too. So that doesn't surprise me. Busy checking his spoils, I guess. Hey, guys! Why don't you come, too? I'll pass, but my assistant looks like she wants to go.
Huh?
What? Karasu jumps up at my answer. Excuse me. Hey, don't put words in my mouth, or belches, you sick, gross weirdo. I saw your eyes sparkling when you listened to Mayuri's cosplay stories. Maybe, but no one said anything about going. I just want to cosplay in peace at home. Come on, Christian. I know that Karasu is an at-channeler, but is she an otaku? Not all at-channelers are otaku, but she has often hinted at an interesting cosplay. In no way. I'll suffocate in a crowd like that. It's not as crowded on day 2. If you're worried, come in the afternoon. All the popular stuff will be sold out, though. You go, Okabe. You're Mary's guardian, aren't you? No, Miyushi's Okarin's hostage. Oh, right, that's what it was. Well, you don't want your hostage to escape, do you? Shouldn't you take her along in handcuffs or something? Don't suggest things like that. I've got business in Akiba. What do you mean, business? The search for Kiryu Moeka. I already sent her an email, we need to talk, and now I'm awaiting a reply. Something tells me it's not going to work. No answer. I guess it was just an excuse. Christina, we need to talk. Again? Abrupt as usual. Huh? What do you mean again? Nothing. Yeah, it seems like people are getting memories from shit. It's weird. What you gonna talk about? You two have been really close lately, huh? You're always talking together. Miyushi really wants to join in your secret meetings and stuff. Don't worry. We've been talking about the time leap machine. It would just be gibberish to you, you stupid idiot. Not entirely accurate, but not a lie either. Oh, hang on. I gotta be right back. And we're back. It's not accurate, but not a lie either. Besides, the purpose of this particular discussion is to convince Christina to attend Kamima. Prepare for good news, Mayuri. Hang on. Anytime now. There we go. He does his laugh better than I ever could, so that's why I wait for him. Oh, great. Thanks, O'Green. That was weird. I guess if you pause it at a specific time, then they don't actually do the vocals. Mary waits in the lab as they take Karasu outside. So, Christina, I'm not going to Kamima. You said again just now. We've talked like this before. Just the two of us. There's no memory now. Does your little mad scientist have something deficiency? Hang on. Acetylcholine. A neurotransmitter. Acetylcholine levels in the hippocampus increase when learning or remembering. I should get more of that. I'm being serious. You're acting weird today. What's going on? Please. I need to know. I mean, yeah, this is the 5th time you've brought me outside to talk about the time leap machine. Have we talked about my time leaping? For an instant, Karasu opens her eyes wide in surprise. But then she gives me an angry glare. About time leaping? I nod. More than a dozen times already. That many? What the hell are you doing? You know, that explains the memory problem. Looks like she doesn't know anything about looking by shifting between world lines. But that's only natural. So far, I've changed world lines a total of 3 times. Let's call the first world line where Mary died Alpha 1. World line where Ferris and I fought the viral attackers is Alpha 2. World line where I dated girl Lukiko is Alpha 3. And now I'm on Alpha 4. From my perspective, Alpha 1, 2, and 3 were undone by my D-mails. But for Karasu and everyone else on Alpha 4, those world lines were nothing but separate, intangible possibilities to begin with. I guess I have to explain everything again. I sigh heavily, then begin. I think I get it. After I'm done, Karasu sighs and lightly pats my arm. Don't wear yourself out. It's a disgrace to be comforted by my assistant. Why is that just... You know what? Never mind. It's fine. You're clearly distressed.
なんで屈辱なのよ。
Why are you always like that? I'm even trying to be nice. You're always full of yourself, you know?
同情などいらない。
I don't need your sympathy. Everything that happened is my fault. I'm just getting what I deserve.
って。
Come to think of it, every time I explain this to you, I always end up hating myself in the end. Okabe.
俺の心配より。
Don't worry about me. Worry about Mayuri.
おそらくマユリは明日。
Mayuri will probably die tomorrow. I don't know how it will happen.
どんな
Mary stays away from the lab. She can probably avoid running into Moeka and her men. Doesn't matter though, she'll die all the same. All Alpha world lines converge on her death. Escaping the attractor field is the only way to save her.
お前には悪いと思うが。
Sorry about this, but I want you to be there when she dies tomorrow night. Oh, what? That's why you want me to go to Kamima?
死は回避できない。
There's nothing we can do to prevent her death. Just stay close and tell me when it
お前は見
happens.
届け。お前からの連絡が来たら。
Once I know, I'll make the time
リー
leap.
プする。
マユリが死ぬのが
I can't believe there's nothing we can do.
全然実感がわか
It
らない。
just doesn't feel real, but it's the truth, isn't it?
事実なん
I
で
can
し
see it in your eyes.
ょ。大丈夫。
Are you okay?
大丈夫じゃない。
No, you still haven't saved me yet.
マユリのこともそうだけど
I know, that's not what I meant. Kirsu interrupts me.
私が聞いたのは
Are you
あんた
okay?
のこと
俺がどうしたって。
I don't follow.
あんまり
You're carrying an awful burden. It's rare for her to look so concerned for me.
言っただろ。
I told you not to worry about me. It's Mayuri you need to worry about.
俺は明日。
Tomorrow,
桐生萌香を探す。
I'm going to look for Moeka. If Mayuri doesn't die tomorrow, I can postpone the time leap. If Mayuri dies tomorrow, I'll return to the past no matter what.
できれば。マユリ
I wish there was some way that Mayuri wouldn't have to suffer.
だったら今から
Then
タイム
why
リー
don't
プ
you
しちゃえ
time
ばい
leap
い
now?
この世界線において。
I can't plan effectively without knowing the deadline.
こんなこと言うとなんだけ
I
ど
don't want to see Mayuri die either, you know.
私
気持ちはわかるが。
I know how you feel, but you're the only one I can ask. You are the only one I can ask to help me. Why are you arguing? You want me to do that?
随分信用され
Where
て
did all this trust come from?
何しろお前は。
You're my assistant,
俺
after
の
all.
助手だからな。
Karasu forces a laugh at my feeble attempt at a joke. You're so full of yourself. We have our plan. Karasu will go to her first Kami mom. Mayuri will be so delighted when I tell her the news. Receiving mail. Hang on. Oh shit, look at that. Morning Ocarine, I'm heading off now. Joined up with Mary, we're heading out to Ariake, kinda excited, lol. I had no idea it would be this crowded. Save me, ors. Can I reply to any? Hang on. Can I reply to any of them? Hang on. Don't listen to Chris. Pursue Suzuha. I thought I canceled those ones. Nah, whatever. I haven't seen Mary all day. I want to be with her, of course, but that's not possible. Moeka hasn't replied, which means I have to find her myself. Fortunately, I don't know anything about her. My only clue is Arc Rewrite, the company Moeka supposedly works at. Excuse me. I find it after a quick search online. Sure enough, their business is producing articles for PC magazines. Excuse me. Luckily, their office is in Akiba. Try calling first, but it goes to voicemail. I guess they're still closed for the Oda holiday. Or maybe it's just a bad time? Looks like I've got no choice but to visit them in person. It's the second day of Kamima, and Akiba is deserted. Most of the otaku are lined up at the big site right now. I've experienced the craze of Kamima several times firsthand. It's literal war. Literal warfare. People are wearing, you know, uniforms, and they got the helmets, and they're carrying assault rifles, and they're shooting people in the street, because it's literal war. It scares me whenever Mayuri goes alone. I can't help but imagine her trampled by a horde of crazed otaku. But in reality, Mayuri is surprisingly quick and tough. I've seen her weave through crowds like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, that was similar in high school, honestly. Karasu is the one more likely to get trampled. I can't help but feel sorry for her. Maybe it was wrong to ask her to go. I find the ARC Rewrite office in a fancy-looking building on the outskirts of Akiba. I take the elevator up, but there's nobody there. I lean against the wall and wait. After about 30 minutes, a man dressed in shirt and tie appears. I explain that I'm a relative of Kiryu Moeka and ask for her contact info. So, this is a thing that you don't regularly see in anime, but you see sometimes. I'm a relative, can I have this person's information? I don't know how it works in Japan. Because, like, this isn't a common thing, so I don't know. It might be like it might be a thing that was just made up and repeated a couple times, or it might be a thing that's, like, so passively reality in Japan that they just don't question it, and they don't add it to work that often. To anime that often. But, like, the whole going to some sort of workplace and then asking for information on a person because you're related to them doesn't make any sense to me. If you're related to them, should you not already have their information? And also, why go to their workplace and not somebody that you mutually would know? I'm not gonna go to my roommate's workplace and say, "Hey, my bud works here. Can you tell me his name and also where he lives? Because so I can contact his sister." Like that ain't how that works. But you know, roommate, not relatives, so maybe I don't know. Point is, it's weird, and I don't really understand it. But it gives an unexpected answer. We don't have an employee by that name. You don't? Damn, I've been tricked! Should have known better. Moeka's working for CERN, of course. Her place of employment is fake. Is this the end of the line? Just as I'm about to turn around and leave, the man pounds his hand as if he remembered something. Oh, like, sort of fist in the open palm thing. Just, like, lightly. Pound implies, you know, force. Wait a second. There was a girl who worked here just 2 days ago, before disappearing. I think her name might have been Kiryu. Or might still have a resume. I really should have used that voice for somebody. I frantically bow my head and ask him to look for it. He's reluctant, but acquiescences. I'm tired, and my throat is tired. Acquiescences. Acquiescences. There we go. That's a weird one. The address listed on the resume leads me to a beat-up old apartment. Not the sort of place you'd expect a single young woman to live. Why not? Only men like to live in beat-up old places. Women like the suburbs. Where that's the fact of the matter. I feel strange unease as I approach the apartment. For some reason, there's a police car parked in front of the complex. Well, if it's not an undercover car, then it's fine. There's an actual thing going on. But if it's an undercover car, then they're staking the place out. You don't stake a place out in just a police car. At least not here. A uniformed officer standing up front. Yeah, something happened. And one room has, on the second floor, room 202, Moeka's, has a blue sheet covering the door. Something not good seems to have happened. What's going on here? I walk up to the police officer. Excuse me, did the person who lives there move? Huh? Now? Then... Are you related? I knew her. You haven't heard? Police officer looks uncomfortable. The bad feeling in my gut is getting worse. Yeah, something clearly happened here. What happened? Suicide. Yeah, that's not good. What? Suicide? But why? When? Yesterday. No way. So... Now, first of all, not good. I'm not going to talk about the suicide. That's just not... I'm not going into that. That's just too harsh. That's too much. Potentially, this means Mayuri will live. You know, because Moeka and her men are not going to, attack her, I guess. No way. I took her to Chiyodo 3rd Central Hospital. Doesn't look like she had any relatives. We don't know who to notify. Will you see the body? Will you go see the body? I shouldn't have given him Dara's voice. I don't know why I did. I bow my thanks and leave. She's dead? Maleka's dead. What's going on? It doesn't make sense. Suicide? Maleka, who killed Mayuri in cold blood, committed suicide? Or is it just part of the conspiracy? But that'll have to be it for this one. You know, just 20 minutes have been up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, from Keywii. You've been great too, and you yourself a delightful day. Goodbye.